Hi, everybody. I'm Anil Mall with the Canadian Securities Exchange, and thank you for tuning into another newly listed on the CSE clip. Today, we have a company that was listed late in December, and we are hosting them today on this clip. I have the pleasure of talking to Ioannis Tsitos, who's the director of Pampa Metals Corp. Ioannis, thank you so much for your time. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Anil, and thank you for the invitation to talk to your audience.
Of course. Welcome to the Canadian Securities Exchange. Ioannis, why don't we begin by you telling our audience a little bit about Pampa Metals and what your vision is?
Yeah, Pampa Metals is, as you said, a new company listed on CSE, and we acquire an excellent portfolio of projects, exploration projects in Chile, in the best jurisdiction for copper on earth. I'm talking a unique opportunity because not many companies can assemble this type of portfolio in such a short time. And of course, the timing is great because we all see what's happening with copper in terms of its growth in the last 12 months in terms of price. So yeah, it's around an amazing team that has done porphyry copper exploration in the past, has made discoveries in this sector under major corporations, and tries to do now under an umbrella of a junior company. So a big, good portfolio, high quality projects, about 8 different projects, 58,000 hectares to be more in detail, in the best jurisdiction on earth for this type of work. And we are very, very happy that we started this so nicely.
Ioannis, I know you've mentioned you guys are in a great jurisdiction for copper exploration. Can you maybe tell our audience who might not be familiar why Chile is such a good hotspot for copper?
You know, Chile historically is the place where the giant copper porphyries of better grade on Earth were found. Obviously, it's not the only place on Earth. The whole Circum-Pacific area, you know, has created porphyry projects, but the grade tends to be very high in southern Peru and northern Chile in the Atacama area. And of course, nevertheless, to say that all the majors had tremendous success there. So 5 of the 10 biggest deposits and mines on the copper front are located in these regions in northern Chile. And historically, the country is, you know, it's a Western type democracy with a lot of support for the mining industry and particularly for the copper exploration and development. So it's a good place to do this work. And of course, this is the place to find the Elephant project.
Got it. And so why did you choose to take the public route?
Look, we are obviously all of us. I'm having 32 years experience in this sector, and you know, I was with BHP Billiton for about 20 years, the biggest mining company out there. But I encourage the audience to go and see the quality of this team. Our CEO Julian Bavin was a director for Rio Tinto for 10 years, so the second biggest mining company out there. And of course, all of us, and even the VP exploration, our one of the best geologists I know, Tim Bill, another director of this group, used to work with Anglo American and Rio Tinto. So we've got experience from this area. We all speak Spanish. We all have done it. Our CEO lives in Santiago, Chile. And you know, this type of business is good to have a Canadian presence and obviously access the capital markets in North America and in Europe through the platform of CSC in this case. But you need to have local presence and local operating ability. And we do have that, not only on management and board, but also as an execution team on the ground.
Got it. So, Ioannis, you've obviously touched a little bit about the region. You've touched a little bit about your background as well as your strong team background. What would you say is a key factor other than those two that differentiates a company like Pampa Metals from some of your peers?
There are a few factors here. Number one, is very difficult to find a junior company because 95% of this land as an exploration domain is controlled by majors. It's very difficult to find a junior company that controls 58,000 hectares, 8 different projects on both belts. The Domeyko belt, which is the primary, the big copper porphyry belt, and I'm talking the areas between Escondida and Chuquicamata and some of the biggest mines of BHP, Rio, Codelco, and so on. And of course, the gold belt, the Paleocene belt. So 3 of our projects are a high level of porphyry system like lithocaps, and therefore we've got an exploration objective there for discovering a gold deposit. So we play both sides. I must say we are more focused on copper given the valuation of this type of discoveries. But so what's differentiate us is this uniqueness that we've got a tremendous amount of land with the good targets, not just mush pasture. More than $8 million of exploration has been done behind by predecessor companies. And of course, at the right time, acquiring these projects brings us to the forefront of this competition, okay? But the other thing that differentiates us is the team. You don't find a group with all the board being ex-executives of majors and working in this field with discoveries in their CVs. So we've got a good team, a good operating plan at the same time. And of course, the technology, that's what differentiates everybody. These days, 20 years ago, people could not explore with the means we have today, with the computing power and the geophysical techniques that you can deploy today, to find the porphyries that are concealed under a pampa or a small cover, post-mineral cover that is masking normally some of these porphyries. So we believe we've got all the ticked boxes there. We are only 1.5 months trading through CSE. We saw strength out there, and we hope to raise $4.2 million just about last month. Of course, there is a lot of attention for copper. We see tremendous response from both professional people and also investors, and we hope to carry on strong with this momentum in the next few months to accomplish our milestones.
Perfect. Where can our viewers go to visit your website or any social channels to keep up with your recent news and milestones?
Yeah, look, we are obviously, it's a work in progress because, as we said, we are only 1 month trading. So people can go and see, definitely check out the CSE and Pampa Metals. PM is our trading symbol, PM. And they can check all our news releases, even from before it became public when we constructed this deal. Of course, they can visit our webpage at www.pampametals.com, and of course, see all the other social response in relation to us. But most importantly, we started already deploying this capital. We've got activities, geophysics on the ground. We will start drilling in about 45 days from now, some of these best targets on 2 of the 8 projects. We are talking to people. So we will have a lot of milestones to deliver in the next 3 quarters or 4 quarters of this year. So I encourage your audience to pay more attention to Pampa Metals and go and check us out. So feel free to reach us. All of us are available. I live in Vancouver, and of course, through the media, they can find our web pages and email addresses to talk to us. All right. Thank you very much for the chance.
We'll make sure to add the website and a few links into the show notes for this. And like I said, again, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the Canadian Securities Exchange.
It was a pleasure from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you for tuning in to another newly listed on the CSE. Please feel free to hit like and share this content and hit subscribe if you haven't already.